you
Hi guys,
that is
I'm here back
one
with more Hitman.
realistic. I'm not in the guy's head.
We're back to
I don't know.
shit.
But I think that's one realistic
yeah, we're kind of in a
way
weird
to
spot.
look at this situation.
Yeah, no, we got to see what's going on in this episode. Is that going to be a Wednesday night or a Thursday night?
I don't know. We don't, or it may not even be part of the show.
Nothing.
Or it may not even be part of the show because it sounds like also like there were people that spoke to him that like told him he had to stay. I don't.
Okay, that's crazy. I can't buy that.
Yeah, I mean it stinks on these reality shows when people don't want to be there and they talk them into staying.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Let him. If you don't want to play, don't play. Shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And if you're in there and you want to leave because you're just polluting the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did anybody in your season, consider walking away, and then they had to be talked back into it?
I'm waiting for him to.
There was no. I don't think anyone wanted to leave at any point. No, did we? I'm trying to think. There was something going on, like nefariously with some amount of money where we were going to try and swindle Rachel's $5,000 if she won in a competition by telling her we were going to give it to something. I don't remember, some organization or something, and then we weren't really weren't going to do it. But then production called us in and said we couldn't do it. But that was like the most kind of like seedy.
This is a heinous plan. You were going to tell Rachel you were giving her $5,000 to an organization and then keep it?
I honestly think it was like something involving the wife. Not in like my hazy recollection, but we were just going to keep the money and like kick her. It was like something like involving if you give us your $5,000, we will keep you.
Okay,
but we were going to like.
I don't get why that.
That's what it was. We said we were going to vote out, but then we just voted out anyway. It was the week that she left.
Mm-hmm.
Then we said, we're not going to do that. Your production said we couldn't do that.
Yeah. Matt, it was such a big moment in your season when Rachel came back into the house after she was already voted out. I know that, we have the whole situation with COVID, but wouldn't it have been great to have Janelle come back into the house after she had already been voted out?
It would have been great to have her back. It's super bummer that she left. This is my favorite season of Janelle, honestly. I was like not super into her the other one she was on. I didn't dislike her, but I also was not one who like really hugely bought into the Janelle hype, but I loved her this season. Mm-hmm. And honestly, Rachel Riley is a huge miss. Throwing her into this would have just made such an awesome season. She
is with child right now.
Well, I understand she couldn't.
Yeah. Should they have let her anyway?
Yes,
because my pitch was, why not take that Sam robot that they had from Big Brother 20, lock Rachel in a hotel room somewhere, and then she is when they had Super Dave Osborne on Arrested Development, where that should she be just like the face on the iPad?
Pregnant Rachel robot?
Mm-hmm. Like I don't think the robot needs to be pregnant.
How would it compete though?
Look, if it's a quiz, it can compete, and if not, then they just forfeit.
There's a YouTube clip of the Big Brother Netherlands where the chick gives birth in the house. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
Yeah, and like the guy, and so the girl starts going into labor. You can YouTube and find this, and like there's no doctors. Like all their housemates deliver this kid. It's on the live feed.
What is this, like the Lost Island?
No, it's in the house, and like the guys in the house all run outside because they're kind of grossed out, and you can hear the girl so the shot is like on the backyard and the guys, and you hear like through the walls like the labor screams and stuff. But then there are also cameras in the room, and you can see like the baby being delivered.
Yeah. Who would deliver a baby in the Big Brother 22 house? Enzo?
Yo,
you gotta push, yo.
You're crowning, yo. 10 centimeters, yo.
That's it.
Isn't a teaspoon? Didn't he not know what a teaspoon was?
I don't know.
What's a teaspoon? How do you know what a teaspoon is? And Brittany's trying to explain to him. He's not going to know what dial is. 10 centimeters.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that Enzo does not use the metric system?
No, that was
the imperial system is what he's on.
Imperial system, yo.
Yeah. Do you have any other good Enzo stories from your weeks of living with Enzo?
Every Enzo story is good. That's why he would never get voted out pre-jury. He's just too fun to have around. He's a great person to keep, but at least in season 12, he was never a person you'd vote for in the end, and now he is. So all his stories.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Because he's still that funny guy that you want around just for sanity. He's not bothering anybody, but now he's winning things. He's making a resume.
It's just that he wins stuff now.
Body power.
He wins stuff and I, like, here's where it would go bad. Like, if he had another HOH, now that we're into jury, and he wins HOH, and he does another, like, flop of an HOH, because this HOH of his seemed really just kind of like, whatever. But I think this is the time to have those kind of whatever HOHs. If he does it later, then he's, like, kind of, I don't know. He still has a good resume going for him, honestly, either way.
Yeah, so far so good. Why did it take 10 years to bring him back?
Do we know if he was an alternate? He must have been an alternate, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, he probably was on the email list. I wonder what took so long. I mean, he's at a good place in his life to come back, I guess. He's got the time and the...
Target down. Next up.
I don't know. Did people like him? Was he well-liked in Season 12? Was he a standout? I don't know.
I mean, the first year that I did the podcast, we did not like have the level of Big Brother coverage that we have now. So I probably was not in touch with the fan community in the way that we are now. Big Brother Twitter certainly is not what it is now, but I don't remember Enzo being beloved, in Big Brother 12.
But I feel like, you need the character archetypes. You need the guy who's going to be the Zach Rance, Enzo, Banana Man, whoever that is. So who do you pull? That was just a few minutes ago, Enzo's probably the top of the list of those guys. Outside, honestly, Zach would probably maybe have been a better pick, but I don't think isn't he like really ostracized from that.
Do you think that Enzo benefits here from, we talked about Big Brother 12 was a season of characters. Big Brother 22 is not. There are a few characters in Big Brother 22.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's a dry house.
It is. Enzo, maybe Bailey, I could argue. Not many.
Not many characters.
Janelle, and she's gone, yeah.
She's gone, yeah. So it is a house that is, pretty bland. Some would say boring. And here's Enzo, who, in this house, is basically like Robin Williams and... I don't know, who are some of your all-time great entertainers rolled into one?
Robin Williams, that's your go-to. That's the number one.
Yeah, who else would be that kind of talent?
I don't know, you're right. What would I pick? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. No, he's great. The bummer about Enzo is I feel like he can't get the edit he deserves when he's being like for his social stuff, because his stuff, he's so funny, but he's not very like family friendly in that way. And so all of his best material, I feel like they kind of got to make him a little corny for the CBS edits, but he's a funny dude, genuinely.
Yeah, no, he's been bringing it so far this season.
He's no who did you just
Robin Williams?
He's no Robin Williams.
Yeah, he'd do it all.
Dana Carvey, I don't know.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. He's such an entertainer.
Rip Torn,
sure. All those people combined. Okay,
Gallagher.
Well, Gallagher actually was in the Big Brother house.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
For Celebrity Apprentice, I'm sorry, Celebrity Big Brother. God forbid. Celebrity. Yeah. So much excitement. Should they have brought Gallagher in for the Big Brother All-Star?
Yeah, he was there longer than David was in the house, I feel like. At least the here at the Big Brother house.
Now, let me ask you about David, because David is somebody who, he now has power. He is the disruptor, but he made some news this past week where he talked about that he has an extremely high IQ. Now, as a person in Mensa, Matt, that wasn't a lie, right? You're really in Mensa.
I am. Me and Miss Raven.
Okay, yes.
Core members.
All right, well, let me play for you a clip of, here is David talking about his IQ.
What's your IQ?
David, what's your IQ?
187.
You are lying. You don't know it off the top of your dome. You know yours?
187.
Tyler, do you remember when George had to take the IQ test and he snuck out of the window and had Elaine take it?
What are you talking about?
Now, is Danny Donato claiming that somebody took the IQ test for David?
Even who would have done? Stephen Hawking took the IQ test for him? 187, David. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Nobody seemed to question that in any way.
Yeah. Nobody questioned it, but that is very high.
It was like internet with the pop-up ads, like, you're a genius if you get these 12, you know these 12 things.
I'm trying to kill these guys
Yeah.
before.
Could David have been messing with them?
Like trying to get a bite and he didn't get the bite?
Yeah.
I don't know. He really seems like a kooky dude. And I don't mean a bad guy. I'm not saying it disparaging, but just kooky, you know? A little weird. Or goofy.
Yeah. Is it possible that that David just threw a number out there?
I don't know. I feel like he thinks he has 187 IQ. That sounded very, like, fluid to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think he was messing with them?
I don't know. 187 is extremely high. There's also, that I remember, I'm old enough to remember when it was it Snoop or was it Dr. Dre who was hollering 187?
187.
Yeah.
Yeah, 187 on the Undercover Cop. Of course.
Yes.
I remember. So you think he was referencing old school hip hop?
Maybe. That's more plausible than he's really has a 187 IQ.
Okay, it is more plausible, honestly, than him having an actual 187 IQ. But it's not more plausible.
Like maybe he's just what's your 69. Like it's sort of like that's like just like a go-to number.
I think you're stretching. We need to find
He's the same guy that he had the power and nobody didn't say it to anybody.
Which one are we going to do, though? Do we make him save or do we override?
I don't know, Rob.
We should ask him. We gotta ask him after.
We're going to find out. We need to get him tested for Mensa if that's the case.
Yeah. What's the test for Mensa? That's when they take that huge cotton swab and put it like all the way to the back of your skull.
Way deep in your nose. Yeah, it's horrible. It's very painful.
It's very, very painful. By the way, I'm on Twitter right now. Tyler, a trending topic on Twitter.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Yeah. The world is obsessed with what Tyler has to say right now.
Tyler, our hero. Our hero.
Yeah, so much going on.
He's starting to look more like Grodner as the
do you think so?
I feel like something's happening here. We're like, let's just expect the unexpected. There's going to be some sort of metamorphosis.
Yeah. So, are you
It's just as plausible as David's 187 IQ. But
okay. Are you interested in hearing Angela's reaction to all of this?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Angela has responded after, about closing in on 24 hours of this being known to the world. We have Angela's reaction to all of this at this hour. Okay. She has posted to Twitter. Now, that she had said that Tyler would only be posting his Big Brother tweets to Instagram, but she has a tweet that says, "To say I know Tyler's character is an understatement." Oh, okay. I mean, that goes without saying. That's a little braggy to me. I know this man. I know the intent behind his words, and I know Tyler has a heart of gold. I know who he is, and I know who he is, all caps, not. Like, okay, I would have cut that first paragraph.
What are we saying?
Okay, all right, next paragraph.
Okay, keep going.
So she knows him. Do not say she doesn't know him.
Okay.
If you think she doesn't know Tyler, you are mistaken, Matt. Okay?
I thought that until you just...
I thought she knew him really well. Okay. He would never intentionally, comma, or unintentionally, comma, mean to hurt or cause disrespect to another person. The intentions of his actions these past few days in the house were nothing but pure and genuine. I can hear the pain in his voice when he speaks, comma, and feel the hurt in his heart.
Wait, what is she defend? I'm so confused. What is she defending him about?
Well, hold on, let me finish. I know Tyler has been deeply affected and is doing what he feels is right, comma, all game aside. I know wholeheartedly that if he was able to have his way this week, he would gladly go home to stand up for what he believes in. There are other factors that prevented this, and that were out of his control. Period, comma, the end. The word period is written out. The comma is an actual comma. The end, followed by a period, and end sentence.
When was that posted?
That was just a couple of minutes ago.
What is she talking about?
She's saying that, hey, if Tyler could quit the game this week, he would. but he can't.
So
So leave it alone, everybody. That's it.
So she is defending the notion that they are not allowing him to leave.
She said that if he was able to, okay, that I know wholeheartedly that if he was able to have his way this week, he would gladly go home to stand up for what he believes in. There are other factors that have prevented this that were out of his control. So leave him alone, Matt.
What's going on?
He's not allowed. He's not allowed. Yeah. Period. The end.
Is there a link to her cookbook or no? Okay.
fine.
So if he was allowed to quit, that he would, but he can't. So leave it. That's enough. Settle down, everybody.
We're talking about Tyler, the jewelry company co-owner.
Yes. Co-owner.
Well, that
Okay.
Tyler, he sure is a hero in my book.
Yes. All right. So if he was allowed, then he would. Okay.
What is him now? I'm so curious. What is going on?
Yes. This is very confusing.
Do they have like yeah?
Now,
This is
when
sounding
you were
like
in Big Brother 12, were you allowed to quit?
yes, of course. This is insane. What happens to them?
Yeah. What happens? What will happen if you quit? I guess
Shot collars or.
Do you just lose your money?
Let's go and do another thing.
But that can't be like if she's all about his integrity, his intentions.
Do you go to jail? Do you sign
Yeah,
you
that's
sign
what
a
I'm saying.
contract that you have to be voted out?
Did we get a new officer?
Is there like a bomb strapped to each of them? And
Yeah.
if you
why
step
could?
out of the
And then
house,
why can't Christmas
detonate?
put him on the? Why can't Christmas still put him on the block?
That's the other thing. She can put whoever she wants on the block,
Mm-hmm.
but not Tyler.
Yeah, but I saw on Twitter earlier that there's a rule. Allegedly, there's a rule that you can't say you want to get voted out.
What are the other factors? It must be the metamorphosis that he's undergoing that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
The Grodner transformation.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe he told himself he's not allowed. Okay. All right. So, Matt, let's talk about something a little more lighthearted than
Okay.
this. Okay. All right. There was a commercial this week. First off, do you follow Love Island?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't.
Love Island, but you know that there is a person on Love Island named Matt Hoffman, right?
He's an announcer. I keep getting tagged in things from you.
Yes. So Matt Hoffman is the announcer of Love Island. Do you think that would be too confusing? That's why they couldn't bring you back for Big Brother 22? That they already have a Matt Hoffman parking space at CBS?
That's a really good point. That's a lot of Matt Hoffman on CBS.
Should
That
he
is
have to be Matthew Hoffman?
He should. I mean, in my defense, I was first, right? I was the first. Why does he get to just walk in and step on my Matt Hoffman? He should have
Shouldn't
to
he have to be
accommodate.
like Matt C. Hoffman or something like that?
Do we know how many Twitter followers he has? Because I feel like if I have a higher influencer status than him, then
You have more clout?
You know what I should do is report him as trying to be an imposter me and get my account verified.
Yes. Okay.
Like, there's some guy who announces Love Island. He's trying to be me.
Matt Hoffman, Love Island.
And what's his handle?
He is, okay.
Does he infinite the Moonves or no?
No, he does not. He does not include. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He's Matthew Hoffman 1.
Okay.
I could give him a follow. Only 5,093 followers.
Oh, come on. Is he verified?
Yeah, he's verified.
What?
Yeah. He's on Instagram, too.
Okay, maybe
Co-writer
let's.
for Love Island. But anyway, so there was a big Love Island commercial in the Big Brother house about the house guests talking about Love Island that they ran on CBS Primetime. You saw this?
I saw the commercial.
Okay.
I saw the commercial.
All right. Well, CBS.
Wait, so when's this
I think,
look?
said, hey,
When's this
that
save
worked
then?
out great.
It's like literally
Maybe
at the
we
same
should
moment?
have the Big Brother
Whatever.
contestants
Just reload
talking
this, see
about
where it is.
other CBS properties. And Matt, may I play for you? This was something else that was tweeted by the Price is Right Twitter account at Price is Right. By the way, were you invited to be a part of the Big Brother Price is Right extravaganza?
I was not.
You
not
were
that. Not Candy Crush. Not any of it. No.
Okay. Was Enzo invited?
I don't
Did they send the tier 2 email invite to the Price is Right?
No, I did get an invite to the audience. What was this?
Ah, fuck.
They had all those people,
First season, when it was the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah,
right?
like Enzo was there.
Yeah.
So I got that invite.
You got that invite, but not to be in the audience of The Price is Right. Okay. All right. So here it is that we have a 1-minute clip of this is the Big Brother 22 contestants playing The Price is Right. Okay. All right. Here we go.
It's time for Big Brother. Right
You know what?
on the
Let's go ahead and
price.
save again then.
House guests,
Come on down.
How does it work though?
we find something with a price tag.
Guess the price.
Okay. This is fascinating to me, Matt. So the house guests are all in the HOH room, and they have
When was this?
objects in the HOH room, and they are guessing the price of these items. And my
We might get to
question
override.
is,
I mean, I'm
did
pretty
Big
good to
Brother
override a lot of these,
furnish
right?
the HOH room and leave the price tag on a number of objects.
Yeah. Let's override that
So
one.
wait, I just got to back up and follow you. This is a game they are creating themselves. Production isn't telling them to do this.
It's unclear.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So they are trying to name the price without going over.
Without going over.
Danny Donato is hosting. She's passing around an object that looks like a miniature, like Epcot Center globe around the room to people. Tyler says $16.99.
$16.99.
I want to say 30.
You're the winner!
David gets it right, $22.99. See,
They
were
flip it
there?
over as like a price tag. Is that what?
Well, did they just put stuff into the room and not take price tags off anything?
Yeah, I remember that. Honestly, that they're like
Now-
if you flip over like a vase.
Okay, now Matt, does Big Brother return everything at the end of the season? Is that why they do that?
Maybe back in our day it was always eBay or like charity. No, but I don't know. They said they give the money to charity. Who knows what actually?
Yeah, like Cody's dinosaur costume, I guess.
Cody.
Yeah, they give the money to charity like you were going to give that Rachel money to charity.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here's round 2. All right.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. How much? How much? Without going over.
I said 8.
Tyler is walking around with like a metal bowl. Danny thinks it's $8.99.
99. No.
Jason says $5.99. That's cheapo depot. Okay.
$9.99.
Nicole Franzel says $9.99.
$9.99,
$8.99.
$5.99, and $7.99. $9.99.
Nicole Franzel right on the money.
Of course.
Yes, she nailed it. Okay. And then
She's special.
Oh, I got another one.
Mini tub. I'm gonna go with $6.99.
$6.99, okay.
Ah, fuck.
And the winner is Kaser, $14.99. That was
the only thing Kaser won.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, I wish I could hear that.
Thought we had that one.
Or the winner is Kaser.
grand prize of the night.
Good game, everybody. Good game. Enjoy your prizes.
I will take it out of your winnings.
Yeah. So it's unclear if this is a Price is Right commercial or a Big Brother commercial, but there you go.
That is weird. And they have to like reenact their favorite scenes from Young Sheldon. Next.
Yeah, I feel like, hey, you ever watch that show Young Sheldon? Oh my god, I love that show. Matt, what did you make of Nicole's performance in the Big Brother basement last night?
Oh, in her pants, she was a Kathy in the Carmel.
Yes.
It was so reminiscent of that. She fared much better than Kathy did.
Were you getting flashbacks?
Huge. I wonder if Kathy was watching that with PTSD.
Why did she have to keep announcing that she had no pants on?
Yeah, I don't know. It was pitch black, right?
She didn't have to tell everyone, keep telling everybody. Let everybody know.
Imagine Kathy just should have done that. That would have saved her. Like Nicole figured out the glitch of being stuck in Carmel. You just disrobe and then your clothes stay there. Kathy meanwhile was like literally dying over that few.
Did you like it, Matt, when everybody was making the memes about how that Kathy didn't get stuck in the caramel or Tyler Small, old school Big Brother boring?
I love when Kathy gets referenced back. I feel like it's a character that old school fans definitely know, but if you like, I feel if you're like newer into the game and you go back and even have watched season 12, she doesn't click on as much as people who like watched it live. Kathy was so great.
What is she doing now?
She's still a sheriff in some sort of town in our a cop of some kind, in a town in Arkansas. She I don't know what's happening. Like a crime.
Is Kathy on Cameo?
She's not, and she shouldn't be. It's crazy to think that Kathy was
There we go.
3 years younger than me when she was on Big Brother, and we all thought she was like, oh my God, this is cool. You know, just like our grandmother was playing Big Brother with us.
Yeah. But okay, so we'd love to get some Kathy stories somewhere along the way. I was looking on Cameo.
Are we actually gonna do this?
And I'm looking at the Big Brother contestants. First of all, I like that you do something that I've never seen before.
We did. Wow.
Cameo
Surprised with
is
that.
only $12.50. I've never seen anybody incorporate. Speaking of like The Price is Right, I've never seen anybody incorporating cents into their Cameo price.
I have a reason for this.
Yes.
It's funny you bring this up.
Why?
I've never been asked this.
What is it?
before. Okay, so I used to be, $10, okay? And Cameo would take like a couple bucks.
Yeah, 25%? Is that what it is? So you just want the $10?
Yeah, something like $8. Then along comes, and I was like, all right, whatever. I put like zero thought in it. Even though they're awesome, people listening, they're awesome, but I put zero thought into them. And so then along comes that sequester mini that I do.
Oh, wait, now there's a full video?
First time, and how small it is. It is in its actual form for the first time.
Like, oh no, what if my relevancy shoots up and I don't want to be doing cable?
Oh, they like
so
formally
I up the
release
price to a price
that?
that I go, no one's going to even want me booked for this. If I put like $30 or something stupid,
Yeah.
I'm like, no one will even pay. But then people started paying
Okay,
back.
IGN
And then I
themselves
started
are now
feeling bad.
reporting on
So I'm like, okay,
Interesting.
I dropped
Xbox
back
Series
down
X
to
will
my
launch for $500, Xbox Series S will launch for
I want these to cover
$299.
like a good extra value. Like that's my goal, is to get a good, like, supersized double quarter pounder meal pan or McDonald's, which is 9 and some change. And I worked out the way that they take their fees. $12.50 earns me just shy of $10. If I go up to 13, I'm going over. I feel it's a rip-off. I already feel it's like I don't want to be charging people like this, but I need my food lost.
Yeah, so
That's how I said it.
I'm looking at the Big Brother page on Cameo, and
Yeah, $4.99. If that's the price of the new consoles, I'm fully on board. Once there's games that I want to play. Essentially, once Horizon comes out, and if PS5 is $4.99, 100% fine.
is
Like,
on
not even a
Cameo
question.
here. For some reason, is listed with.
I was thinking $5.99. That's kind of what I was expecting.
Okay.
But the consoles end up being $4.99.
Right.
Cool.
Could you give me the price of a cameo from Mike Goldman, the Joe Exotic impersonator?
Okay.
And let me give you a little
Some
flavor
divots.
of what it would be like to get a cameo from Mike Goldman, Joe Exotic impersonator.
In the country, bumpkins pulled out their penises. Oh, it's me, Joe Exotic. You know, the homosexual meth addict who ran for governor and is in prison for hiring a hitman to murder Carol fucking Baskin. This Carol.
And he just looks
There we go.
nothing like.
Oh, he doesn't look like
Looks almost nothing like.
I guess we might as well just do this, right?
Okay. All right.
Start the next mission.
How much for a cameo from a Joe Exotic impersonator?
I want to do at least one more episode.
How many
Your targets are private
Just the
banker
number.
Klaus
26
Strandberg and Army
reviews.
General
Okay, so
Reza
he's getting
Zadeh.
that I'm
Two
gonna
of the
say
conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile
$18.
government.
$395.
Who stole billions of
If it
dollars
was
with
really
the
Joe
sale of
Exotic, it
people,
wouldn't be worth
was facing trial for
$395.
investment fraud. But early this morning, a
That's
band of
incredible, and
highly
he's in with the Big
mercenaries
Brother
freed
alum?
Strandberg from his prison transport,
Yeah, I don't know why.
resulting in the death of
Also,
several
there is
police officers.
James Hewling. I
Strandberg now
think he's
takes
running for
refuge at his
public
native
office.
Swedish
Did you see
consulate,
that?
I
in
didn't
front
set
of
up
which
his
crowds
cameo
of
price.
angry protesters
$45.
have gathered, demanding his handover
What
to
is
Moroccan
he running
authorities.
for?
We believe
Mayor
General
of,
Zaydan
running for
orchestrated
mayor of the
Strandberg's
city.
escape to
Chairman of
infuriate the
pranks
public
in
and spark
his
nationwide
town.
riots,
Yeah,
allowing
he's running
Zaydan to
for
impose
mayor
martial law.
of Wichita
Operating out
Falls,
of a field HQ at a
Texas.
nearby
How about
abandoned
that?
school,
Issue
giving
every
no doubt
household
to
in
the riots
Wichita
to depict
Falls
the Rabbit
a tub
government
of
as
Vaseline
weak
so you
and
can put it
inept,
all
and
over your
persuade
door
the
handles
general
and
staff
laugh
to
all
support
day
a
long.
full-fledged
Sounds where I thought
military
you were going.
in the name of
I was like,
military
no, this is
safety.
gonna have to get edited out.
Client,
Okay.
building
All right.
contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose
James
a fortune
Hewling,
in
that
government
he is
contracts, has
vote
hired us
for
to prevent
James.
him from
for Wichita Falls.
Every household gets a bag full of crickets to unleash on your house and your favorite roommate and make them laugh hysterically.
This is quite the political
Vote for
part
James.
of Code 47.
Yeah, do you want to hear any footage of
The fate of a
James
nation
fueling
is at
some news
I will
coverage
leave you to
of
Every
James?
household will get a funny little alarm that you can hide and wake up your roommates with. Vote for James.
So we just got 2 targets.
This is
That's
from
it.
last month, but this is some coverage of the Wichita Falls election. Election coverage 2020 here on the slot.
So yeah, again, we're just gonna do the same shit.
They've decided now is the time to go ahead
Ah,
and jump
shit.
into their races. Shatanya Clark has more on this for us. Shatanya, you spoke with some of those candidates today. Did you bleep that out?
No, the gentlemen I spoke with have emphasized they're not politicians, and their hope is to be the voice of the people making a change in the city of Wichita Falls.
Okay.
I've always had an interest in local politics. As a newcomer, I have to get out there, get my name out there,
Yeah.
get my face out there. When you're in politics, you have a stronger influence in the community.
You go to cast.
All right, so that's I think that what this is.
That's
we need
really
right
a
now.
thing.
More people,
That James
outsiders
Fueling is
that
running
may or
for
may not
party.
know what they're doing. I think that's really where we're at right now.
When he goes to give a speech, it should be like an empty stage with the podium. It's like, where's James? Where's James? He pops out like a trash can or something. Hey, Wichita Falls!
So, okay, that's exciting.
What a weird thing.
So, wild stuff. It was 5 years ago that we first were introduced to both James and Davon in Big Brother.
And he's not even
17.
promoting this on Twitter.
Davon, she's come full circle.
What
She's
a
back with
weird
Big Brother
fucking
House.
thing.
James,
Oh, I guess he
perhaps
is
mayor of Wichita
way
Falls.
back. Not recently.
Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Okay. Matt, anything else Big Brother 22 that you want to talk about?
Oh my goodness, Rob, I feel like the season's barely started and we've covered so much already.
Yeah, so much going on in
Wait, is the podcast
Big
almost
Brother
done?
house.
Oh shit, it
between,
is.
This whole
Huh.
Tyler situation.
That's disappointing. I really thought there was more.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not leaving, but I am so curious as to both the circumstances and how they are going to address this.
Yeah.
Television.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
God damn, these loading screens are
According to
forever.
my trending topics,
Welcome
it's
to
not being
Marrakesh,
received great so far.
The situation grows more tense
I think,
by
a
the
lot
minute.
of people this
The
season.
consulate
Yeah, let's
is
actually pay attention to this.
But the protests are only a stone throw away from full-blown riots, and Zaydan won't hesitate to unleash his troops. So whatever you're planning, time is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
Oh, that's it. I don't know.
His nose clean for the most part. Yeah. This whole thing.
Just got 2
And he's coming out of
targets.
here. His cameos are going to be at least like $45.
Wait, we're gonna end here.
Honestly, one of the most surprising things about Enzo, and I say this, I
Probably do
love
one
him,
more,
but
and then
I
that'll
thought
be
for sure
it.
he would be like,
But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying this game. It's just, it's like I don't love. I mean, like, I think I might end up just making the episode ranking then.
I just realized this makes it sound like I know Enzo in a way that he says, yes, no. I mean, just he's like a Jersey guy, like a,
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it. So, thanks for watching.
Okay, well, Matt,